So how often do married couples have sex? What's normal? Do you seldom have sex? Does it affect your marriage in a negative way? How does the quality versus quantity thing work in regard to sex? Can you have too much sex? There's so much to be considered. Marriages are different, lives are different, and schedules are different. If you have sex once a week, twice a month, or once a month, does that work for you both? Most couples who fight over sex seem to fight over frequency, but frequency is not the issue. The issue is how you together handle the frequency issue. Do you talk about it? Do you empathize with each other? Do you compromise? Today, Doug and Mel join us, and we're going to talk about this whole sex thing in marriage issue. Yes. Thanks, guys, for being here and being willing to talk about this subject, all that kind of stuff. It's good to have you. So how have you decided together what your normal is for sex in your marriage?
How have we decided? Wow, yeah. So intentionality with this as anything is so key, right? So not assuming what Mel expects and her not assuming what I need and what I want is a huge key with that. And honestly, just having open dialogue and conversation about what's going to be our normal.
Yeah, I mean, that just kind of has been a consistent, it just is unfolded organically over time and just kind of settled into, you know, that couple times a week routine where we both feel it if we've missed some time apart, that reconnection. And we talk about it. You know, I'll look at him and be like, hey, we need that connection. It's been a little while. Let's connect like that, you know, and which he, of course, really hates.
Right. Yeah, anytime. Dang it, we got to have sex again. So.
Darn.
So darn.
The talking about it is so important. I mean, is that something you guys have done well since the beginning, or do you feel you kind of had to work into that?
It's a work in progress. It really is. And it's not something I think most people naturally gravitate towards is talking about sex. And what's key and what I've learned is that when you are okay with opening up about something that is so key in your marriage and talking about it, it's like on the other side of like, oh, I've been wanting to talk about it too. And there's this big wall that I think the enemy places in front of us. And when we can knock that barrier down and actually have a conversation, it takes off. It really does.
So you got to be intentional about it.
Absolutely.
You've got to
Absolutely.
say, and I think you're right. I think there's so many couples that never ever talk about their sex life. I mean, I've had couples married 20 years that come into counseling, and we talk about their sex life, and they've never talked about it with each other, what they like, what they don't like, all that kind of stuff.